Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Muhammad Qasim from Department of Computer Science, Allama Iqbal Open University. Today we will study our 9th unit of our course, Information Technology. In this unit we will study the main theme of cryptography, that include basic concept of cryptography and private key algorithms. Let's start our today lecture. Cryptography. What is cryptography? It's a mathematical process of transforming readable data, plain text we call it, into unreadable gibberish, we called it ciphertext, to protect sensitive information. It relies on algorithm and secret key to enforce confidentiality, hiding the data, integrity, detecting tampering and data authentication, verifying the identity of users, and non-repudiation, preventing user from denying sending this message during the transformation. Cryptography or cryptographic keys are sometimes referred to as crypto variables. The art of creating and implementing secret code and cipher is known as cryptography. This practice is paralleled by the art of cryptanalysis, the studying of method to defeat code or cipher, or to decrypt the encrypted data. Together, cryptography and cryptanalysis are commonly referred to as cryptology. Specific implementation of code or cipher in hardware and software are known as crypto systems. Let us look into the history of cryptography. One of the earliest known cipher system was used by Julius Caesar to communicate with Cairo and Rome while he was conquering Europe, called the Caesar cipher. There were several risks when sending message. The messenger themselves might be an enemy spy, or they might be ambushed while encounter to the deployed forces. For that reason, he developed a cryptographic system known as Caesar cipher. The system itself extremely simple. To encrypt message, you simply shift each letter of the alphabetic 3 places to the right, like A become D. For example, A goes to D and B become E. If you reach at the end of the alphabet during this process, you simply wrap around to the beginning of that X become A, and similarly Y become B and Z become C. For this reason, Caesar cipher also become known as ROT 3 or rotate 3 cipher. Caesar cipher is a substitution cipher that is monoalphabetic. It's also known as C3 cipher. The first line of the message, the die has been cast, the original message, plain text, and the second line shows the sentence cipher text, like when it is encrypted using Caesar cipher. To decrypt the message, you simply shift each letter 3 places to the left. Again, the message will be decrypted. Prior to World War II, the German military industrial complex adopted a commercial code machine nicknamed Enigma for government use. Machine used a series of 3 to 6 rotor to implement an extremely complicated substitution cipher. Way to decrypt the message with contemporary technology was to use a similar machine with the same rotor setting used by the transmitting device. Allied forces began to top secret effort known by the code name Ultra to attack the Enigma code. Effort paid off when Polish military successfully constructed an Enigma prototype and shared their findings with British and American cryptologic experts. The Allied successfully broke the Enigma code in 1940. Japanese have also developed their own machine during World War II, a purple machine. A significant American attack on this crypto system resulted in breaking the Japanese code prior to the end of the war. And Americans were added by the fact that Japanese communicators used very formal message format that resulted in large amount of similar text and multiple message, aiding the cryptanalytic efforts. Cryptographic or cryptology or cryptanalysis use mathematical terms. Binary mathematics is used mostly. Logical operator and or not exclusive or modulo function are used. Confusion and diffusion is also used. Cryptographic algorithm you rely upon two basic operations: observe plain text or obscure plain text messages, confusion and diffusion. Confusion occurs when the relationship between the plain text and the key is so complicated that an attacker cannot merely continue altering the plain text and analyzing the resulting cipher text to determine the key. Diffusion occurs when a change in plain text results in multiple changes spread out throughout the plain cipher text. We have another term related to cryptographic mathematics: zero knowledge proof concept of communication whereby a specific type of information is exchanged but no real data. Split key separation of duties and on two main control contained in single solution is called split knowledge. Work function measuring the effort in terms of cost and or time using a work function or work factor. Clustering asymmetric key algorithm. Keying clustering is a weakness in cryptography where plain text message generate identical cipher text message using the same algorithm but using different keys. Transposition cipher. Transposition cipher use an encryption algorithm to rearrange the letter of plain text message, forming the cipher text message. The decryption algorithm simply reverse the encryption transformation to retrieve the original message. Transposition cipher. They are mathematical terms used for matrix transposition. Suppose we have matrix 1, 3, 1, 2, 3 as shown in the figure 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with the members. If we transpose this, the rows become columns. Row 1, 1, 2, 3 become 1, 2, 3 column, and the second row become the second column, and third row become the third column in the transpose matrix. Same is used for encryption. To perform Kalmar transposition, the encrypt message, the messages as shown, the fighter will strike the enemy base on at noon using a secret key attacker. We have some steps to perform this function. Take the letter of the key like attacker. We have placed their attacker in first row and number them in alphabetical order, like A is set to 1 and the second A is set to 2 and C is set to 3 and E is set to 4 and K is set to 5. Similarly, R is set to 6 and T is set to 7. The second T is also set to 8. And similarly, we have the message: the fighter will strike the enemy base. The letter of the message are written in order underneath the letter of the keyword. Like here we have after the A1, we simply write the message: the THE fighter FIGHT ERSWILLS, and the full messages write in rows after at the last noon N double O N similarly. Finally, the sender encipher the message by reading down each column, and the order in which the column are read correspond to the numbered assigned to the first step. This produces the following cipher. Let me start from that. And beneath the one we have T, B, T, B, E, E. We have write in green. And the next two, A, we have F, W, K, M, T. We have write in red. And the third one is C1, I, E, Y, N. And fourth is H, L, H, A, O. And similarly, the fifth is G, L, T, B, O. And seventh is sixth is T, S, E, S, N. And seventh is H, R, R, N, S, which is right in blue color. And eighth position is E, S, I, E, A, which is right in yellow. On the other hand, the recipient constructed or reconstruct the 8-columnar matrix using cipher text and the same keyword, and then simply read the plain text message across the rows. Substitution cipher use the encryption algorithm to replace each character or bit of plain text message with a different character. So, Caesar cipher discussed earlier in the beginning of this lecture as an example of substitution cipher. Root 3 expressed by Caesar cipher in a mathematical term by converting each letter to decimal equivalent, A to 0 and Z to 25. You can then add the 3 to each plain text letter to determine the cipher text. Let us discuss the substitution cipher. Modulo function discussed in section cipher cryptographic mathematics. The final encryption function for Caesar cipher has then become cipher text is equal to plain text plus 3 mod 26 for encryption. For decryption we use plain text C cipher text minus 3 mod 6. Next substitution cipher is Vanier cipher. Polyalphabetic substitution cipher. Cipher make use the multiple alphabet and same message to hinder decryption efforts. One of the most notable example of polyalphabetic substitution cipher system is the Vanier cipher. The Vanier cipher use a single encryption decryption chart shown here. The first row show the main alphabet from A to Z, and the second we have start from the column or matrix, and we replace each character one step ahead. Like second row is start from B and third is from C and C simply D and so on up to Z. When we reach to the Z, then we have completed with this chart. Notice that the chart is simply alphabet written repeatedly 26 times under the master heading, shifting by one letter each time. You need a key to use the Vanier cipher. Suppose we have a secret key, secret, and the message is attack add down. Now if we write plain text attack add down, and beneath we write the secret key, secret, like we have written that secret and up to last when the message is completed, then we from the chart we will take the cross matrix, cross row and column cross section. From this we take that A and S cross section is X, S, and T E cross section is X, T C cross section is V, and the similar the cipher text become S X V R G D S X frag, and at the receiving end decryption will be have the same process. The ciphertext is taken and key is already there. This key is written under the ciphertext, and cross matrix or cross section is calculated. Cross section is calculated, and we retrieve the plain text. While polyalphabetic substitution protection against the direct frequency analysis, it is vulnerable to second order form of frequency analysis called period analysis, while an examination of frequency based upon the repeat use of the key. Block cipher operate chunks of blocks of message to apply the encryption algorithm as shown in this picture to entire message block at the same time. Transposition cipher is an example of block cipher. The simple algorithm used in the challenge response algorithm takes the entire word and reverse its letter. More complicated Kalmar transposition cipher work on an entire message, a piece of message, or encrypt it using the transposition algorithm and secret key. Most modern encryption algorithm implements some type of block cipher. Stream cipher are the cipher which take bits of information and transpose it to the by using the algorithm and key. The Caesar cipher is an example of stream cipher. One time paired is also a stream cipher. Become the algorithm operate each letter of the plain text message independently. Stream cipher can also function as a type of block cipher. In such operation, there is buffer that fill up and to real-time data, and that is then encrypted and blocked and transmitted to the recipient. Symmetric key algorithm use for encryption by the system. The message is taken from the user, and secret key, which is shared between two users, use this key and algorithm to encrypt the message and send to the receiver and to the other end, and the user at the other end have the same secret key and a decryption algorithm. And this way the first message is created, encrypted message, and transmitted to the other end, and where the message is decrypted. Asymmetric key encryption also have keys, but there is two keys: public key encryption and private key are used. Public key used to encrypt the data that can be shared openly. Private key used to decrypt the data is kept secret by each owner. Unlike symmetric key encryption, the encryption and decryption key are not the same, of the same type. Symmetric single shared key, out of band exchange, no scalable, fast bulk encryption and confidentially is carried out, while in symmetric key pair of keys are used and bond exchange, scalable, use slow small block of data, digital signature, digital envelope, digital certificate, integrity, authentication, non-repetition are used. Thank you for our first part of the lecture of the 9 unit cryptography. In next section we will study the second part. This is the allied material you can study from the net.